state level for education, for health and human services, for parks, recreation, and tourism. So that money has got to be spent in the best way possible. And since we've had such a shortfall, we've actually cut the budget $2 billion in the last 3 years. So there have been a lot of cuts. I think you've probably seen it here with your educational system. You've probably seen cutbacks that I'm not aware of, but I'm sure that there's been some, most schools have had that. And I think Lexington probably is a little bit more fortunate than most, but this is Lexington County.
Richland.
Oh, you're in Richland County, okay. I didn't know that. I thought it was Lexington.
Lexington, Richland, 5 school district. It's a blend in the district, but it's the school's physically in Richland.
Right, okay.
Senator Corson's district.
Right, yeah. We used to see an office together when I first was elected. But, what was that? 72, yeah, that's 72 hours. That means we're going to have to debate where the money's going. Is it going to education, or is it going to health and human services? And then you've got to split that pie up the best way you can in order to be fair. And of course, we all think that education is one of the most important things that's facing our state today. The more educated you are, the better off you're going to be when you get out of school and get a job and making more money. And that's the bottom line, is what you bring home. I think most people look for a job that will make them happy, and if you can find a job in that, then you can be fortunate and make a good living. Sometimes you have to take a job that you don't really want, but you do the best you can, and you can advance in that direction. Spoke of snow days earlier. This was introduced by Senator Setzler, who's from Lexington County, and the snow days were forgiven. 5 days were forgiven. You don't have to make those up. So apparently we're not going to have any more bad weather. So you guys are lucky that you don't have to make any. I don't know if y'all got out snow days or not. In my area, we had schools were out for a week because of the snow back in December.
We had 5 days out.
Did you have 5 days out?
The staff was required by District 5 to work 21 hours outside of the school day.
Oh, really?
Which we didn't have a problem doing at all, but that was the trade-off.
All right, right. Voter ID, that's another issue that we passed, and currently it's in the House and adjourned debate, which means they haven't decided whether they're going to pass it or not. And what that requires is, if you're going to register to vote, then you've got to have an ID, a driver's license, or a DMV photo ID. And this is a result of voter fraud in the past. Personally, I've been around for about 20 years in politics, and in my area, I can't recall any voter fraud. But some people felt like we needed to do this, and it's probably a good idea, but you still have a lot of older people in this state that don't have a driver's license or don't have a photo ID from the DMV. And really, they don't know where to go to get it. So we've got some problems with it. I have some problems myself with this. I think anytime for someone registers to vote, they should be allowed to vote. And I'm not promoting somebody being illegal, but I just don't think in this state we've had that much problem. We've had problems in other states. I've read about it, but not in South Carolina. And I think we might have gone a little overboard on this, but this seemed to be the, you know, what people wanted. All right, I'll just open up for questions now. If any of you have any questions?
Thank you.
My name is Evan.
Evan?
What are your day-to-day duties as a state senator?
Well, it varies, really. Normally my day starts about 8 in the morning, and I will have a committee meeting. And this is where a lot of legislation occurs, is in your committee meetings. We have committees for LCI, which is Labor, Commerce, and Industry. We have Finance Committee, which deals with the budget. And I'm on several of these committees, and I have a lot of meetings to attend. And in the meetings, normally we have a lot of discussion about what this proposal is going to do and how it's going to affect people. And if it's controversial at all, it will be assigned to a subcommittee of about 5 senators. and then we will decide whether it's got merit enough to come to the full committee. And if it comes to the full committee, you've got 18 members on the full committee, they have to vote whether they want to send the bill forward or not. And if they all, well, if they agree, if the majority agrees, then it would go to what we call the floor, which would be right the floor of the Senate. And at that time, it'll be read across the desk and go for second reading. And then that's when the entire body, all 46 senators, will have an opportunity to say if they like the bill, or if they have a reason for not wanting to support the bill, then you'll have your debate process there. And that usually gets lengthy at times, according to the issue. And we'll either pass it as a body or not. And from there, it goes to the House for their approval. And then, you'd ask about my daily review. But, well, as I said, the committee meetings are important. And I will meet with constituents sometimes. There will be people from my area that will come in, and I will show them around the State House, or have someone show them around the State House. Afternoons, we usually have full committee meetings. And since I'm on several committees, I usually have a meeting every day. Pretty full day. It usually goes to 5, 6 o'clock evening. So it's, and I think where people get the impression is that the business is done on the floor of the Senate or the floor of the House. That's not really where the real business occurs. It occurs in your committee meetings, when you can have discussions, and you can have staff people there to answer questions. And on the floor, the staff can't answer questions on the floor, but they can in committee meetings. So they're the real movers and shakers. They understand the process, or can give you the reasoning why a bill is constitutional or not constitutional, whether you can get it passed, what things you're going to be looking at that will throw up obstacles to passing the bill, or what you need to do in order not to get it passed. So that's where most of the work occurs, I would say, in committees. And then, when I'm in my office, I'm answering calls, calling constituents, helping them with constituent complaints, cut through some of the bureaucracy, the red tape. Thank you. Anyone else? Yes, sir.
I'm Morris. In the midst of tough economic times for many South Carolinians, now might be a perfect time to insist upon fundamental changes in the way government operates. If you had the ability to call the shots, what changes would you make?
Good question. I think with the economic times, it's put a spotlight on how we do operate and how government operates. I think government should operate as close to being a business as possible. However, government is not a business. It wasn't created to have a bottom line like a business. Government is to work for the people, to help the people, assist the people. And that's by providing police protection, providing highways, providing many aspects of health and human services, nursing homes, we have to support them, education. All of that's taken into consideration, and it's very hard to measure what type of job you're doing by the money that we spend. So it's not, in a business, which I'm a business person, I know what my company is doing. I can tell, but if I don't make money, I got a problem somewhere. So I can find that problem and address it. As a senator in government, I don't have that flexibility. I have got to get another 170, 169 people to work with me, and that's hard to do. Probably, if you've ever been in a group of 5 or 6 people, you're going to have at least 2 with a diverse opinion. So it's hard to get government to work as effectively as a business does. I can make a decision and carry through with it in a business situation. As a legislator, I can't make that decision and carry through with it unless I can convince people that I'm right. But I think we are